Hi Virgo. So this is your reading for Venus in retrograde. So Venus will be in retrograde through May 13th through June 25th. And at this time, you might start experiencing that you might be a little bit more showy with your love. Normally, Virgos are pretty private when it comes to their love and how they show it and how, they perceive. They're a little bit more, honestly, for the most part, they're a little more shyer to show it in person publicly. But now it seems like a lot of my Virgos are going to be more expressing, yelling your love from the rooftops. It seems like you guys are going to be more giddy, be more expressive around your lover, around other people too. You're going to really talk up your person. And this is not only going to really benefit you, but also really benefit those that you love, because oftentimes I feel like what's happening is sometimes we get stuck in ruts and routines and we get used to our partner doing the same thing over and over again. And sometimes it's really nice just to get that new kind of experience, just feeling loved and seen, being heard. And that's kind of what's going to be happening. Because Venus is going in retrograde, I think this will be a good time for everybody to take a step back, to truly reevaluate their decisions when it comes to love and those around them, how they communicate, how they speak. Because we have Venus in the sign of Gemini, this is going to be a good time for a lot of people to truly listen to their partner, to really also just be more expressive towards yourself and to those around you of how you truly feel. Really reevaluating. Also, keep in mind, kind of around this time, you may or may not get text messages from your ex or those that you have seen in the past friends, past lovers, because it seems like for a lot of people around this time, because they have that time, they're kind of forced to slow down in relationships and really reevaluate. Oftentimes people start to think about the past, reminisce about the past, and then they try to bring up the past again. At this time, it's good to not date if you are single. It's good to not try and date at this time, because for some of you guys, it's kind of like an illusionary month for love, because it seems like you can idolize a person and be like, oh, this is the perfect person, and then until after the Venus retrograde mellows out, and then you realize, no, this isn't the person I thought this person was. So try to be a little slow when it comes to trying to date. Also, try to take things slow in case exes or things do come back up. Don't jump into anything too seriously. Don't make drastic changes as of right now. If you guys have surgeries, especially like surgeries that will be like plastic surgeries or anything like that, I always like to say slow down. Don't have any major surgeries that could affect your appearance till after Venus in retrograde leaves, and then start, you can go back and do whatever. But try not to do anything too serious when it comes to surgeries, or, when it comes to leaving a person and trying to go out there and explore, because for a lot of people right now, we think the grass is greener somewhere else, and that's going to cause a lot of problems and a lot of upheaval in our lives. Another thing that is good to do right now is to just become more creative. Right now is a great time to express how we view beauty, how we see things. This is a time for luxury. This is a time to really see what life has to offer, really expressing yourself, really expressing your love and how you view things. Another thing that's that would be very beneficial for you, for a lot of my Virgos at this time, is to also just, I don't know, keep things in mind. Try not to change your personal appearance too much. Try not to get new haircuts or do anything. Don't buy clothes, things like that. Try to be a little more careful with your money, a little more careful with how you express yourself outwardly, because this could eventually backfire, or this could leave in in an interesting way. Let's put it like that, because things are shifting, things are moving and changing, and because of that, a lot of people are going to be again, more expressive, and then in the end you might realize that's not really you or this person. Again, a very illusionary month for most people. So I already went and pulled some cards for you guys because I really just wanted to kind of get an understanding of the energies that you guys are going to be experiencing around this transit in this retrograde. So we had the dragonfly. Be the light-hearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. We have coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. We have date, meeting someone new, dating, get to know, get back out there, plan to set a date. Then we have clock, need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So for a lot of you guys, I am already kind of picking up, for a good majority of you, is for some of my Virgos, some of you guys have dated a guy or dated a girl for a while, and you are sensing that it is fizzling out in a way. You kind of sensing that, like, maybe I should take my person out on a date or do something to show this person that I care. Because, like I said, for right now, I feel like a lot of my Virgos, you're going to be a lot more expressive of how you feel towards those you care about. This is a big time that you're going to be more grandiose about it. You're going to act more like a Leo in my mind. That's kind of how I see it. You're just going to be a little bit more loving and caring towards whoever you're with. And because of that, you feel like because you've been with this person for so long, it's kind of like wanting to have that time to really get to meet up, chat, really get to know each other again. It's almost like wanting to date this person all over again and trying to change and adapt the relationship. It's like evolving the relationship a little more, wanting to make sure that the relationship that you're at with this person is still good, that you guys are still on the same page. And for others of you guys have been single for a while. You guys have experienced a lot of heartbreak, and you're having to learn to come out of that and heal from that, having to learn to release those pains and those burdens. And for some of you, because you've been trying to do that, you have been wanting to meet more people, have more conversations. And for some of you guys, you might have met somebody that you really like. Again, it's up to you totally on this, but my advice is wait until the retrograde is at least somewhat subsided. You don't have to, but yeah. And if that's the case, it seems like some of you guys feel like you still need time to heal through some of the things, but you still like this person. So you're trying to keep this person interested in you, but you're not really quite ready to date. It's kind of that interesting dynamic I'm feeling for some of my Virgos out there. And for others of you guys, this could be a past person coming back, trying to heal the situation, wanting to grab a cup of coffee or wanting to just sit back down, have a conversation with you and apologize and kind of wanting to go back on a date with you and see how things can progress. Seems like for some of you guys, you might have some past people coming back to try and start something. Because when we have Venus in retrograde, oftentimes we do get our exes and our ex-lovers and people that we used to be with, friends, family, people like that will come back up into our lives because, again, everything is slowing down. Everybody's like reevaluating, and because some people's situations and circumstances change, so do their beliefs. And once they take that time to reevaluate, then they start to realize, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done this, or maybe I should have done that. So people are starting to just try and like work through their karma or work through their baggage, and so oftentimes they will bring up the past. For some of you guys though, I am feeling that a lot of you guys, again, you are wanting to, some of my Virgos are wanting to move things. It's like you want to move fast, but you're scared to move fast. It's like for some of you guys, you want to take it slow, while others of you want to move fast. It's like you want to move fast through the healing process. You want to move into a relationship more quickly. It seems like for some of you guys are kind of wanting to jump in head first. And it seems like for some of you, you guys feel ready to do so. It feels like this burst of energy that I'm experiencing with you guys. I think for some of you guys have dealt with somebody in the past that you've thought was a soulmate or somebody like a significant other, and because of this, It's almost like in this, during this retrograde, it's almost like it's kind of making you re-introspect, and some of you guys might not view the person that you used to view in a high light and more now in a negative light, where you might see them as, actually, I don't think they are my perfect partner, or I don't think that they really are my twin, or however you want to say it. It seems like some of you guys are kind of re-evaluating the past situations and the past hurts. And for some of you guys, I think that this has been kind of a lot of my Virgos, I think this has been kind of a more difficult cycle for some of you guys to really have to break. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star card, and the Seven of Pentacles. For some of my Virgos as well, when it comes to dating people, because I am sensing that there have been some Virgos that I'm tapping into, that you guys have tried dating multiple times. You'll go on dates with multiple different people. It's like you guys have really put yourselves out there, really wanting to explore new options and things like that. And because of that, you've been doing this, for some of you, for quite a while, or others of you, it's just a more recent situation as to what you want to go through. And you feel like you're stable enough to actually try to enter into a new relationship. But there are some problems, because I feel like for some of you guys, you do hold back a lot of information about yourself, or hold back really sharing how you truly feel. Because for some of you guys, you might have felt like if you opened up too fast, and you'll scare this person off and they'll run away. And that's a belief that you guys are going to have to transition out of. And that's kind of what, again, Venus in retrograde, it's really good that we have those moments to truly pause and to really slow down. Because for some of you guys have had this limiting belief that luck isn't on your side, love isn't on your side. It feels like no matter how hard you tried to heal a situation, it never seems to work. And it feels like all you can do is put in hard work and dedication. And in your mind, that's how you show love for some of you guys, is just by doing little practical things, making sure this person's bills are paid or things like that. And although it might not seem so romantic to some, for a lot of you guys, you do put in a lot of love and effort, but people don't receive it the way that you give it. It's almost like there is this like language barrier between you and your loved ones. And because of this has left you feeling like you don't really want to give as much in the situation as you normally would in past relationship as you are now in previous ones. It seems like you're holding back more in a way. For some of you guys, you just don't really like to communicate how you feel right off the bat, because you're afraid, again, how you're going to be judged or how this person is going to use you. And because of that, I think that it causes you to really have to take that time to truly reevaluate how you perceive others to be and how they perceive you, if that makes sense. It feels like you have always, it just feels like for some of my Virgos, you guys are just frustrated trying to date. And you feel like no matter how hard you try to put yourselves out there, it seems like you just can't. And for those of you who are in a relationship, like I said, it feels like you really want to provide very much for this person. And because I feel like for some of my Virgos, you're very shy to express how, oh, I love my wife, or oh, I love my girlfriend, or my husband, or it's like you really have a hard time just expressing yourself to this person and to those around you. And I think that's holding you back. But if you learn to express, no, I love my wife. Yes, I think that this is, she's the best person out there for me, you know? Just really expressing how you feel. This person, this will not only benefit you, but this, again, will really benefit your partner. Because I am sensing for a lot of you guys, it's like you really wanted to express how you feel to a person, whether it's an ex, a person you're just barely dating, or a crush, or a person that you are married to. You wanting to express, and I'm feeling that heavily, but you're still, like, a part of you guys are really going to have to truly be vulnerable and open up and really express yourself. So here we have the Page of Wands, the Empress, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the High Priestess. So for some of you guys, I am feeling that you guys have a lot of love and passion. You guys have been trying to grow and manifest things into your life. And really what I'm feeling for a lot of my Virgos is you guys have put a lot of work and dedication, not only into your jobs, but also trying to be more patient with your partner. I've been feeling like for some of you guys, you could be dealing with an individual that has had a lot of hardships, whether it's health-wise or family problems. I'm just sensing that you're dealing with a person who has a lot on their plate, and you've been trying to take on a little more for that person. And because you're trying to do that, it kind of leaves you having to also reevaluate the options you have, because you're having to be like, okay, do I have the time to set aside for my partner? I'm having to really change and move around some of your daily routines, daily parts of your lives in order to compensate for your partners. And that might be a little frustrating for some of you guys, but for others of you, it seems like you really are trying to. There has been things where for some of you guys, it seems like you have this inner turmoil where you feel like one minute you want to be single, the next minute you want to be in a relationship. And this is for some of you guys. And because of that, you're not really listening to what you truly want or desire in life, because one part's logical and like one part's from the mind and one part's from the heart, and it's almost like it's a tug of war. And for you, it's like, who's gonna win? It seems like for some of you guys, because you guys have been having that, you're feeling like you're missing out on life and you're missing out on potential that you could have in a relationship. But again, for some of my Virgos, I am feeling that you guys are really going to, it's kind of hard to explain the energies that I am feeling, because it seems like for some of my Virgos, some of you guys are really trying to move on from a past person, and this person might come back, and this might cause some further decision making, which might be hard for you to truly listen to your intuition because you feel so caught up in this situation and you don't know how to really express how you feel to even yourself, to let alone to this person. For others of you, it could just be an actual date that you're going on with a person that you just have met, and you kind of for some reason like this person, but you don't really know why you like this person so much, but you really want to impress this person, and because of that you're not being yourself. And being, it's like you guys are having to learn to really be yourselves and just be honest and authentic with your partners. I'm just really feeling that. Like, try not to lie or sugarcoat it. Just be honest. If you guys are with a person and you love them to death, then you express that. Because right now is a good time, especially because for a lot of people with Venus in retrograde, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of things can be happening. But this is also to really help people really just, again, reevaluate how they go about the relationship. And it's going to teach a lot of people valuable lessons about partnerships. And so that's what I'm going to be sensing for a lot of you guys. I mean, you guys are going to have to learn to be more lighthearted, not take things so seriously. Learn to adapt and heal through situations, especially with your partners. Be more open and be more vulnerable. So let's have our Virgos for May 13th all the way through to June 25th. What's going on for my Virgos? Okay. So I think this is already interesting. I can already tell right here, the Two of Swords, one's in the upright, one's in the reverse. It's almost like you've now come down to a more solid decision. For a lot of my Virgos, you guys haven't been really communicating how you've been truly feeling about situations, what you want those around you to really feel. Again, I am sensing that you guys are now kind of taking that time to truly reevaluate what you were planting, what decisions you were really making. Because it seems like for some of my Virgos, you guys have put yourselves in situations where you felt like you wanted this, but then after a while you've come to that realization that you really don't. And because of that, it's now caused some of you guys to have to, like, I feel like for some of my Virgos, because of what's going to be happening in this Venus retrograde is you guys are going to be experiencing a sense of lack, in a sense, where you're now, because you want to really express how you feel with your lover, you're also extremely scared to do so. So it's going to cause you to really want to hold back and not express yourself. But what I'm sensing is this is an ending for you guys. You guys are learning to start expressing yourselves, and it's going to just take that initial time. But I'm feeling like once you learn to make that decision, because for some of you guys, and this is kind of what I'm sensing, some of my Virgos too, you might have fallen for another person, but you could have been in a relationship at the time that you did fall for a different individual. And this is going to be only for some Virgos. And because of that, you want this new relationship to end, the old relationship to end, and you want to start the new relationship right away, because it feels like for some of you guys, you don't want to start anew in the relationship that you're in now. It's like, you know the situation, you know the outcome. So for some of you, you want to just break free and start something new with someone else. And that's not going to be for every Virgo. But for some of you guys, I am really feeling that you want the previous relationship that you're in to end. Because, again, we are in Venus in retrograde, and the grass always looks greener on the other side when in Venus in retrograde. Because for them, what's happening is, because now we're taking that time to reevaluate, it's almost like you're now nitpicking, you're seeing the little details of your partner. And for some of my Virgos, you guys might just make that drastic change and leave this partner. And like I said, you don't really want to start something new with this individual. You want to move forward. For some of you guys, this could be a past ex coming forward, and you are keeping yourself closed off. You're not expressing how you're feeling to this person. You're not showing this person any love or passion. You're done with the situation. You're not even going to give it a moment's break. You're moving on because you knew how this relationship ended. An ex is an ex for a reason, is probably what some of you were thinking. But I am sensing for a lot of my Virgos, you guys are having to be more honest and straightforward with yourselves. Because for some of you guys, you might be more inclined to... It seems like your partnerships aren't really working out for some of you guys. You guys are kind of closed off in situations. And because of that, it's because you need to reevaluate. Some of my Virgos are starting to try and break down parts of their lives. Now, I was feeling that for some of you guys with, the whole dragonfly, wanting to transcend, wanting to move, be more changeable, be more mutable in the situation. For some of you guys, you haven't been honest with your emotions for a while, and now you're coming up out of it. And for some of you guys, I am sensing you guys, for a good majority of my Virgos, I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast. Some of you guys are going to break up with an individual and go somewhere else. Others of you, you guys haven't been honest about how you felt with an individual, could have been stubborn about working with this person, and now wanting to reevaluate that and wanting to go back to the connection. I am sensing quite a bit of people at this time, because it is kind of like a lot of energy happening all at once. But we are getting to this point where I am feeling for some of my Virgos, you guys have waited long enough for your rewards to come through, the hard work and the time that you put in, and it seems like it hasn't been there for you. Some of my Virgos also might have a hard time with being more patient when it comes to relationships, and just kind of take that time to just really slow down and really evaluate. Because I am really feeling that for a good majority of you guys are starting to have to really work towards healing yourself, because for some of you guys it could have been a past or just your previous connection where you feel like you have been harshly judged. You've been judged wrongly. This person perceives you in a more negative way. This person could take things that you say out of context and use it against you. I am sensing that for some of my Virgos, however the situation between you and another person went down, it has left you feeling like you have taken the time to reevaluate your situation, what you're going to get out of the situation, what you're not going to get out of the situation. And it's been hard for you guys because it seems like no matter how much effort you try and put into this person, it seems like you're never going to get back what you put in. And for some of you guys, this felt like an injustice. Some of my Virgos that I'm picking up, some of you guys might actually want to go back to an ex and communicate how you feel. Maybe not necessarily to get back with them, but just to really express how they hurt you. Because in a way, you guys want your justice back. You want to feel like you can heal. And for some of my Virgos, you guys feel like the only way to heal is by really expressing yourself. But again, I'm really feeling that you guys are going to really start to get in touch with your emotions from this transit. I think that having Venus in retrograde is really going to make you really feel and really evaluate your emotions and how exactly you have perceived things and stuff like that. This is really going to help a lot of you guys out. And that's really what I'm feeling for a lot of my Virgos. I think you guys are starting to really blossom and grow. And because of this, you guys are going to heal. And I am feeling this very highly for a lot of you guys. Don't do anything too drastic though, because again, I am sensing for some of my Virgos, you guys are starting to get antsy though with this energy. This is kind of a hard month. We're going through so many things and we're transitioning through so many phases that for some of us it's hard to catch up to what's truly going on an energetic level. And now my Virgos are going to get more honest with themselves, I feel like, and you guys are really going to start really reevaluating your emotions. I'm pleased to see we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This person that you could be dealing with, that you're trying to heal with, could actually be a very significant partner for you guys, can be somebody that you really love and admire. And for some of you guys, I think you guys are really going to take the time to truly rebuild, but I feel like really rebuild an emotional foundation for you and your partner. And that's kind of what I'm sensing, is not only just a solid foundation, but for some of you guys it's going to be an emotional foundation that's going to be there. So for some of my Virgos, you guys are going to be creating very long-lasting relationships. For others of you guys, I am sensing that you guys are going to try and leave a relationship, not put any more effort or work into it. Every little Virgo is different, but I am sensing that for this month, love is going to be the forefront for most people, especially because of Venus in retrograde. And what I am sensing for a lot of my Virgos is this month is going to teach you guys a lot about your own emotional fulfillment and a lot about how to communicate your emotions and express your emotions to your partner. So that's actually a very beautiful thing. And I really hope that you guys can get some kind of wisdom or something out of this that could help you guys during this during this transit. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.